Well, welcome back everybody, Smithy here, and we're yet again on Fossil and Archaeology Mod Revival series. Since last time we'd started the Mosasaurus Arena, but I just wanted to show you something. This lake that I created is quite large, and I came back after I'll go over and show you this in a moment, the bit that I've built. Came back to wondered where the Mosasaurus had gone. Now, unlike the plesiosaurs, the Mosasaurus is having a feeding frenzy. Now, the Mosasaurus was over here before. And that's where I found it last time. There's another cow here. Ooh, some fossils there. In fact, I'll go and get them while I'm here. Where's my friendly Mosasaurus? Where's he gone now? The Mosasaurus doesn't half swim round, I tell you that much. Fortune, let's have that. Yeah. Oh, I've been cutting trees down. Oh, I don't want that. I've been cutting trees down. But, yeah, I will show you. I'll come back. I won't do that because I've been creative and I won't get it back. But he was over here killing cows and stuff. But see where he's gone now. Yeah, he obviously gets around a bit. It's probably come over here now or something. Gone chasing stuff. I don't know where he's gone. I'll come back in a sec once I find him. There he is, come back! Wow, he literally, while I've been building, this guy has swum around the whole lake, and he is getting big now. Let's see how big he is. Probably been here a couple of Minecraft hours, and I'll show you in a minute. Let's see what he's doing. 3 days old already, so he's growing. Yeah, absolutely. It's much bigger than the last time we saw him. But he's swimming round the whole lake, which is just wow. And he keeps appearing different things. But he'll start attacking these and eating them. And he kills them all off. That's well cool. So, there we go. And my worry is he'll go off out over there. But so far so good. Right, let's get over to the big building project. So since last time, I have made some alterations. I'm now happy with the size and shape of this. When I first built it, I thought it didn't just quite go back too far, but then it did. And you can see now, I'm going to show you the different features. Okay, haven't quite got, if you remember, quite got this area yet in terms of the red. I could actually put a carpet down, but I haven't decided what to do with the electrified red lights on top. So right, okay, what have we got? So we've got behind that, we've got a bit of a barrier which is behind the area here. We then got this platform which is for the staff, and that's why I put the staff here, so the staff can come around here and walk in front of the area. Now, so what I did is, if you look at the side, it's one of those designs I haven't really set it into any really. I've just looking at the proportions. I haven't really set any sizes, but you can see here, if I bring up F3, we're out at 652, so 650. There we go. So 40 blocks basically. 40 blocks from front to rear, and then the hardest point is deciding what sort of slope you get here, because I'm trying to make it sort of uniform. And then you can see right up here I've used the iron blocks to do the iron archway all the way up, and yeah, there we go, look at that. So yeah, so that's alright. And then when I've come in here, you'll have a look at this. It's a case of, it's two tiers, i.e. there's a barrier here to stop the visitors coming over the top of here. There's a barrier here to stop the visitors coming over here, which is about halfway up. And there should be a wall here, but I've sort of put seating in. See these seating? I've just made it sort of look. Once I've got the pattern though, I can just carry all the way around, which is going to be something to behold once it's done, but it means quite easily I can marry everything up. There's a bit of stonework at the front here, and then you just literally, you can see it comes up following the wall, the stairway. Now I'm going to leave this open because I've had some ideas. At the moment I just put a wall at the back, but in fact there won't be, because as you go into any sports ground, at the back when you enter there'll be a central stairway into that particular viewing area, which comes through the back usually, and there's usually not shops, there's usually refreshment areas at the back of the stand. So the hardest, well, it's not hard, this is really intensive, resource intensive, so you wouldn't dream of getting this much iron. But look at the roof. What I've done is put glass, and you can see the light shining through it. So how did I do it? So what I did is literally looked at the design at the front. You've got the beam there, and you've got the sticky out bit here. At this particular unit, there's 5 units here that go all the way around to the other side. They're roughly the same size, and I have to then start doing the curvature, as you can see. So what I got to do, that original curve that I'd done in episode either 3 or 4, when I showed you how to do it with the circular tool online, you can work out the actual circle exactly, or it's a semicircle this is, or not even a semicircle. So yeah, you can see that it looks pretty, I think it looks pretty neat, but it's quite easy to do, because all you have to do is you just have to keep layering glass, and I'll show you now, because all that happens is just keep layering glass, and this is so easy to do. Once you're happy with the design layout, it's just a case, it's going to be quite tedious, but it's going to work, and you just literally put this, but I've got to get it exactly right to the curvature. So you see here at this particular line, the line's going to have to move 1 block out, because I'll have to follow the actual pattern down. Once I get to this there, I will then have to come out, because the curvature needs to follow that all the way around over there. So I think that's about it. I put some lighting at the moment. I haven't decided how to light this, but I might use skull lanterns up at the top here as well. I'm not decided yet, because it looks pretty bright, and look, even though that's see-through, it looks like it's got a glass roof, and it looks thin enough to be supported. So I've used single or half slabs, I call them, half slabs of quartz here to just put bits and pieces in. So that's what I'm now going to carry on doing. Now, how do I get to ensure that I've got the curvature right? Well, this is my line, this will be my guide. So as you can see here, this particular one is going to be the same height all the way around. So the case is, when I get to this particular point here, it's just a case of then doing this exactly. So I will have to follow it around. So any blocks that go on here will have to be the same. So this is I've used this as a particular seat because it's just easy for a marker to do that. So you can see here, and all I have to do is keep going around with this wall. Once I've got this all the way around, that is going to be my marker wall in terms of that. So I know it's not going to look right at certain points, but hey. So that's my seating area, and the seats, it will appear to curve around. That's the only problem with Minecraft, because you can't do curves. So it will be a case of me now running around this wall, because it's the same for everything, and just keep going around like this. And then when you get close, oh, I need that, there you go, see. So it comes to there, and that's where, this is the barrier for this particular one here. So time I get there, now this is where there'll be a change. See this, you'll have to put that. So that's what's going to happen here. It's good. We're going to have to do a bit of shenanigans when we get to certain places. It might be the fact that once I've set this, I can then set the chairs afterwards, in that what we'll do is, if we put something like this down here, there we go, get rid of that. That's how to do it in creative and still pick up your items. Yes, 3 of those. Yeah, so when it comes to this sort of angle here, the easiest way to do it would be to put this in there, then whack it in there, see? So it'll just look like the seats will naturally run round each area. So that's what I'll do in that particular one. There we go, see? Just keep doing that. And then it'll just look like it's running quite happily. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then once I've got that in, There you go, see? So it will look like the seats will go around at that point. So I just need to do it at each corner. It takes a bit of time and effort, but yeah, so just get rid of that. Corner, corner, there you go. And that's how I will endeavour to make it look like that it matches up. Now the top's a bit harder because we're not using steps. This is going to be where it comes out, so we're at number 6, are we at 447? 446 is the last one. So when it goes up here, all I have to remember is I'm at line 646, so I will now know that this comes out like that, and that's what happens. And I'll just have to keep going round and doing the semicircle. That's something I'll do later, because what I want to do is get the base area in first all the way around. So I think that's really all I can say now. I'm going to do this piecemeal on here, and then what I'm going to do is, well, I will do some speed video in as well, as I actually build it all the way around. The first one that I've got to do, and this is where it ends over here. I think I never did that. Yeah, there we go, just a marker. This is where this one will actually end, and that's going to be my wall. It's just a case of measuring it out first, knowing exactly where you're going to finish. Now, because this next one here is at an angle, there is a gap at some point. This breaks off, so at some point, roughly probably around about after the second one, I end up having to sort of make this pretend that it's now splitting up like so. Now the only trouble is I haven't decided how wide the gap is, and maybe I will try and make it a bit slimmer. But what I could do is I could make sure this one here sort of somehow comes out over here instead. So yeah, and get rid of that and then sort of come out like that. It's going to be a bit of, that's going to be the difficult bit, because there is supposed to be a gap here in the design. Yeah, so like that. I'm not going to have much of a gap on this one really. It's probably going pretty close, and then we'll see how it goes. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and do the first one here, and then see what it looks like once it's finished. Finish off the design. Well guys, that didn't take very long for you to watch that. However, it took me quite a while to build it. But there you go. There's our first of the 5 spectator areas. I'm just going to do it all like this before I do any steps. It's easier just to completely build it. And remember, I've got to step in. Now this one is going to be much easier than the second one. What will happen now is I'm not going to film it in between. I will literally be doing something in between each of the 5 areas. So particularly I want to go and have a look at some more, have a look at how our Mosasaurus is growing. But anyway, let's have a quick look. So there you go. If you were on here, and we haven't got any spectators yet, but if you were right at the back in the seats, you can still see the water. What I might do still, I haven't decided whether just to raise this up, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. You can see everything that's going on. You feel a bit safer at the back, whereas at the front you might not feel as safe. But there you go. There's our first one. We've got this lovely glass roof, and as you can see, we stepped in over here. That was why it took a little bit of time there. But yeah, let's go and have a quick view and a gander from all the way around. Yes, I'm very happy with that. You might, yeah, that is really good, because now the next one is to get a gap on that at the far back side. So there you go. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm looking from this side as well, with the gates over there. Don't know why those skeletons keep spawning. And I said I'm going to leave this open over here because I'm going to do something at the back here. So you can see it's sort of lit at the moment, and I've just put the skulls in, but that is definitely going to be some sort of area at the back. You can imagine coming here and buying the usual drinks and stuff at the back, and then a stairway into each of the areas. So I'm going to have some sort of door at the back here, which then leads onto the steps. But it is, look at it, it is starting to come together. It takes a bit of effort. This is a big build, but once you've got that first one in, this one's going to be slightly harder, because I'm going to have to, like the roof and everything, it's going to have to come round, angling round each time. So it's going to be a bit more difficult. But it shouldn't take too long, because what I might do now, it'll be easier for me just to get this done all the way around, and get this front bit done all the way around as well. So there you have it for now. Right, well, you'll be able to get to see this before the video, because I'm going to I will have tweeted this picture before then, before I finish tonight. Right, carry on.